Welcome to the buymeacoffee.com/James Poetry, the coffee tips page that supports my James Poetry creative productions and work. See also jamespoetry.online. Dear perceptive reader, this is a James Poetry consultant moment. During this week, I figured that I'm going to wait another few days before I do another Poetry Gold moment. It'll actually be number 20 in the series. Isn't that something? But I most likely am going to, mull around in my mind exactly what I'm going to do for that one, because I actually have several ideas for that Poetry Gold moment. But I just want to wait because I'm actually just doing some regular scheduling throughout the day, and I hope to get a lot, so much scheduling done that you might be like, "Greg, dang!" But it's going along with what I basically promised you without saying I promised I would do during this graduation season. You see, and it's already started since yesterday about the different type of topics. And I strongly encourage you to save jamespoetry.online in your favorites, on your phone, on your television, browser, or wherever you have access to internet, satellite, and things of that nature, because it's just that much that's going on this week. Excuse me. Oh, boy. Anyway, along with this consultant moment, which probably will go straight to my buy me a coffee, what I want to mention is this. In some of my groups that actually are support only, um, have different podcasts that are actually posted nowhere else, you see. And some of them cover what I'm about to share with you right now. Is this: in the world that we live in a lot of ways, it's designed that, yeah, you really just have to uh, do or carry out certain matters against even all reason at times in order to get things done. Some people have labeled that as being confident. Some people have actually felt, boy, that was brave to do this or do that. And then other people label it as having faith. And see, and that's just the way that this world causes you to do things. Now, it's interesting because faith does deal with spirituality with a lot of people. And so in some faiths, you're taught really two very, very important things. And what are those two very, very important things? In the Christian faith, basically, it's love. You see what I'm saying? And then it also deals with humility. Isn't that something? And so those make for peaceful relationships with others. And yet, we've already just said that the world is designed in such a way that it's almost like you don't even, they used to say you don't get to the top without stepping on some people's toes, whether you want to or not. And that's a fact, doesn't matter. But now, in this age, it seems, with my experience now, is that no, you know what? You don't even have to be striving to go to the top, and you can still, offend quite a few people, and you're not even doing it on purpose. You can actually miss out on opportunities in this way and that way. And it's all during the time that, as people would say, oh, that person is keeping their nose clean. That person has been keeping their nose clean. And still, guess what? the results that you would want, at least in the financial way, you see, or career wise, still you may get, and it does happen, passed over or not considered at all. And this can go on and on and on. And what some persons will look at it as, where during that time you're still just developing your craft, you're developing your character and things of that nature. But this is what I'm still going to mention, perceptive reader. Still, what is the difference though between that other person who has the same so-called skills as you? You see what I'm saying? And may not even be thinking about, here it is, you may not be smoking or drinking at all. And the thing about it is they do, and they still have a neat personality. So what is normally the difference? It goes to show they go into that mode of, whether you call bravery, whether you call it confidence, whether you call it faith, they just go ahead and do it because of the way that they view the world. Now, with that information, this is the other point that I want to make, though. You see, since there's a lot of situations where it's like, this is just the way the world turns. Uh, don't ask too much. You got to use your, as they put it, intuition and things of that nature. And I'm telling you, it really gets even deeper than that, but I don't really want to go into the scope. That'll be another podcast in itself. But the whole point that I do want to emphasize is the reason why there's such an ambiguity of even establishing working relationships and business contacts and things of that nature is because there's really just this feeling and mode of, look, just do it, just dance and whatever else you got going on, just hope it work out or have confidence that it's going to work out. But you know what? It's that type of modus operandi that, guess what? It normally means you're going to just have to step on some toes, even though you don't want to. It's going to, at times, really take you there in the more of the, it's certainly opposite of humility. You see what I'm talking about? Even though you really do respect people, it's like you require to take actions that make it look like you don't respect people. And you see, and that's the way it is. But why is everything like this? What is the result, though? And this is what I'm going to tell you about the result, really. Sometimes I told you people don't want to know too much. They don't want to ask no questions. They just want you to be able to accomplish. But then they are still hoping, at the very least, well, if I establish this connection with you, are you going to put my information or this and that out on the street, or are you going to keep it to yourself? If I patronage you in this way, are you going to, once again, look, seriously, you can even have dishonest thieves, but still, when they make a deal, they're expecting each thief to be honest with one another. And it happens. It goes on constantly. So the point is, whoever you're talking to, they are expecting you to use honest or honorable business practices, at least with the word of mouth or the blink of an eye or a stamp of the foot that, yeah, I'm cool with you. You cool with me. And you know what? If this is the only thing that we got established, then fine. You don't have to worry about me actually, bugging you. You heard me talk about this before in some of my other podcasts, and that's what I want to emphasize again. If persons wonder sometimes, would this person be this way? Would this consultant be that way? I'm still here to tell you again today, yeah, you still got a lot of people who want bit more in the world bug you. You see what I'm saying? To them, it'll be just money. You see what I'm saying? If sometimes 'cause sometimes people money transaction, and because sometimes people get in binds, sometimes people may need help in another different way. You see what I'm saying? And I told you, I've explained it in certain podcasts about what a consultant does and some of the experiences in that. But for the most part, you don't have to worry about somebody all bugging you and up in your business once you done did your initial research. And 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 it's a song that came to my mind because it does apply. And so I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to mention it was a song called Number One Fan, and you can look that up. And the whole point is, some people really do have that mindset. I got your back, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to have to, get in your way and walk around crawling behind you or whatever. You need me, then you know how to contact me. Otherwise, you really don't have to worry about too much of anything. And you know what? You certainly don't have to worry about betrayal. See, there are some persons, believe it or not, it's like another song that used to say that was stated saying, you know, I never crossed a man who didn't deserve it. You see what I'm saying? And so, for the most part, I'm not going to say that a lot of people have done that perfectly throughout their life, but you still do have some individuals who overall have a track record that if they had to go on the war path, so to speak, you better believe that person, that individual, just really went their way too many times that required an addressing of the matter. And the way that they're looking at it, it wasn't betrayal at all. It was addressing the matter because when it does come to loyalty, you know what? It's hard to stomach a person who is being disloyal to you, but they're telling you, be loyal, and they're not even loyal to you. Isn't that something? So anyway, I just want to let you know there are still people out here who you don't want people up in your business. They certainly not going to tell it because they know it's your business. And I haven't said this in a long time, but I'm going to say it again. What other people do on Friday night, that's their business. Are they law-abiding citizens? That's their business. All right. Take care, Perceptive Reader.